Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming today. And I'm really excited to present on personal branding. So I am with you. If you have been laid off recently, I want you to know that there are so many options to stay in control of your career. Personal branding is one of those options. And actually, it's the only branding that there is. With my practice in career coaching, I've discovered that it's a lot about the packaging. And I'm going to teach you a few tricks to make sure that you put all the chances on your side, because you have tons of options. And it's easy to start doubting yourself in this moment where you feel rejected. But the truth is, your skills are unique, and it's important that you're able to convey this message first to make sense of it for yourself, and then to explain it to your audience. So I'm going to share my screen and take you on a little ride around different platforms. Feel free to ask any questions and interrupt. So let's get started. Here we go. So when it comes to personal branding, it is really the only branding that there is. You will see that some company leaders will have more followers than the companies that they lead, because we connect with people, not necessarily with the brand that they represent. And the consumer is much more interested in authentic connections and making those connections and those bets towards people that they trust, they feel inspired by. So hello, everyone, again. First and foremost, I've seen some of you here have put on your LinkedIn profile that you are open to work, single and ready to mingle, but I suggest that we take this down so that we don't over promote ourselves in a way that is not very strategic. In this case, your availability, being too available, will create an increase in your availability, and the price goes down when the product is too readily available in the market. And so this can hinder your chances also when it comes to salary negotiation and establishing yourself as a product that people want to acquire for the right price. So I would suggest to take that down. When it comes to your contribution, how do you position yourself on LinkedIn? You can suggest to recruiters that you're open to work, and I'll show you how to use that tool. You can also provide services, and I will also show you how to do just that. So let's navigate to my profile so you can see that, how it's done there. If you look at my profile today, you see when you click on open to, you have the option of saying that you're open to a new job. And here you can put up to 5 titles that you're interested in having. And you fill out this page and you make sure that you're only informing recruiters of your openness to work. So that's really important. The other thing that you can also do is here, like I've created this. If you click on open to, you can also create a service providing page. So here I offer some resume revision, career coaching, executive coaching. I can put up to 10 services that I provide, and people reach out to me every week. And I can give you an example of how that looks like. So this was a message that I got through the service providing. So, hi, Rebecca, I saw that you provide resume review. So here's my resume. Would you review it? Yes, let's jump on a call, and we do it this way. So it is a tool that really does work. And I think LinkedIn Marketplace should be something that you should explore if you are now looking to acquire new clients, new projects. So this is one thing. Like, going back now to our presentation, I want you to also look at membership and associations that you can join, and I'll show you some examples later. To think about board membership or non-executive director roles, to be involved, perhaps if you're not, it's fine as well, but if you are involved in any venture building initiative, you can also present that there. Some people even put it under confidential project. You can actually find that logo on LinkedIn, or stealth mode. Some people will use that logo so that you're connected to a community. You can be, for example, the manager of a community, of a Facebook or a LinkedIn group, a founder or a partner in a company. So you want to mention those attributes if you have been involved in those projects. Volunteering, investing in different ventures, you can also add that in. Jury, advisor, and mentor to startups or incubators, accelerators. It looks like this when you see it on people's profile. I'm a partner here, I'm a coach there, I'm an author, I'm a member in these associations, I'm a jury in this venture, I'm a non-executive director for, I will show you on LinkedIn, you have a few staffing firms that specialize in jobs for non-executive directors. It's a good way to sort of fill gaps. It's called Board Z. I can give you those references later. So for example, here I am the founder and president of this group. It's a Facebook group with lots of participants, and that counts as well as experience in your profile. I'm a member for Mensa International, for example. If you have more than 130 in IQ, you can sign up to the Mensa International Association, and it can bring you some benefits in terms of networking, chairman, etc. Your market value is assessed through many different ways, but essentially people want to feel that you have experience, not too much, because then you're too heavy, too expensive. So ideally about 15 years of experience. You can put your name in your headline, followed by PhD or MBA or whatever title you have, CFA, CPA. Some people will put in their headline X Google, X Amazon, X Meta. This also conveys value. Social proof. So if you have endorsements, recommendations, at least 3 endorsements, you can have up to 99 for up to 50 skills. How much money you raised or saved or spent. Quantifiable items will always be a good way to support your credibility, confirm your authority. How big of a team you've managed, how big of a team you how many direct reports you had, if you have any publications, if you run any podcast, if you have any patents, you also want to mention that. Award winning, even if it's an internal award, a company award. Some people have different distinctions, top 100 voices, 30 under 30, 40 under 40. All of this, I think, should be added at the top on the headline. So this is an example. She put ex Google, I work at Alibaba, and that's it. It's a pretty simple profile, but I think it conveys trust and credibility. So your current title, you want to make sure that people understand where you stand. Are you C-level -1 or -2 or -3? So make sure that you have established whether it's a manager, a senior manager, director, or a senior director, so that it's clear to your audience where you stand in the hierarchy. No acronyms, because people don't necessarily know the insider way of your company might have acronyms, but it's not understandable to the rest of us outside of your company. So to be avoided, and keep your titles as short as you can. And I'll show you some examples. Make sure it's understandable, like I said, to not just the insiders. I'll show you how that sounds when it's not. And are you an international account manager or just an account manager, or EMEA account manager? So you make sure you cover the region as well. And I would avoid the funky titles, chief energy officer or chief happiness officer. Unless you are catering to a specific audience, but I think it's a risk you don't need to take. So for example, this person, I'm global senior director, natural hair care brands and global herbal essence leader. So at this point, by the time I finish reading her title, I don't know what this is about and what she does. The next job she got after that was this one here. And it's hard to believe that it's the same person. Okay, so you're a biz dev director, and the director is not even in this title. So it would be a lot more strategic to just put global business development director. That's a title that people can relate and understand, and it translates across different industries rather than putting something that is just understandable to the few people that work with you. Hard skills. So I'll show you some examples of what I mean by hard skills. When I build a resume, I start with understanding your journey, and I create what I call an executive summary, which is kind of a summary of everything you've done. And then I create a headline, which is the summary of the executive summary. And then later we go and build your little slogan, which is, okay, what do you stand for? What do you want to be known? What is your contribution to society? So I'll show you how that looks like on a resume. So for example, here you have, so the resume has all of these informations here that are summarized up here in the executive summary with all the juicy things that you've done, the highlights of your career, they're here. And this part here is the highlight of the summary. So these few words here are going to be used to describe this professional. These are her key hard skills. So, hi, my name is so-and-so. I am a research and I'm focused on research and analysis. I work in with advocacy, humanitarian campaigns, policy adoption. I have also been involved in monitoring and evaluation, needs assessment, stakeholder management. And at the moment, I work on the field and I provide translation when needed to my clients. And so this would be like me in a nutshell. I went really fast with it, but if you have those keywords, you can easily create your little pitch, I guess, or a tiny little me in a nutshell. Tell me about yourself. Well, this is how you would go about it. And so if I show this to you in our presentation here, how do you define yourself with 3 to 4 hard skills? It's not easy to get to that, but I'm happy to support you guys further and run more workshops to help you get to those 4 to 5 hard skills, to then build your slogan. And the slogan is, so I'll show you on my on my profile page how that looks like. So this is me. I have my hard skills listed here. That's great. Fantastic. Well done. You are full of skills. Now, so what? How does that help me? How does that engage me as your audience? Well, I have all these skills because I'm trying to scale individualized leadership development on mobile apps. I want to make customized leadership development available to all and on mobile. Make it affordable, make it simple, make it easy for everyone to access, and yet make it customized. So that is my slogan, but it has to be somewhat dreamy. You don't want to simplify it too much, because it has to inspire people to some extent, right? And it has to open the conversation. So if you think of brands who did it really well, I always think about Disney, because they don't say, come here, it's the place where you buy toys. No, they say, come here, it's the happiest place on earth, or it's the place where dreams come true. Same with Nike, right? They'll go, it's not come here and buy shoes or running shoes, but come here because here you can just do it. And it's so much more elevated than I do the same. Like I can't tell people come here and buy resumes. Nobody would come to that shop, right? So we have to find a way to elevate and glorify what is it that you're doing to make it attractive, because everybody is doing that and when it comes to product positioning, and you're no different. You're a product on the shelf of talent. So let's go back here to your slogan. Now, this is something that takes a little bit of time, but one of the things that helps you narrow it down is thinking about your drivers, your motivators. Like why do you do the work that you do? Is it because you want social justice, freedom? You want to make lots of money and be famous? You want to gain knowledge? You want to create structure in the middle of chaos? You want to optimize everything, or you want to promote products, that elite products in underprivileged markets? You have to find what is it that drives you to do the work that you do, because that will be the support that you need in order to then showcase your skills and build that slogan that will open the conversation to more of you. So here, this is a structure that I think helps. This was done by Carl Jung. So he mapped everyone in basically four quadrants. Now you might find yourself, I can be different versions of all of these things. At some point I might be focused on innovation, but actually, no, maybe I just want to leave a legacy. It's not linear and static, and you can obviously change, but just for the sake of this exercise, to make your profile attractive today, let's try to pinpoint what is your driver, and that will help you put together your slogan. Now, if I show you, I just want to go also over your profile pictures, because some of you have great profile pictures, but some others are still in the process of building their brands. And you build your brand with the words that you say, but also with the pictures you provide, right? The images, they do count. So I'll show you a little bit about the power poses and the colors that I recommend. So let's just go there for 1 second before I move further with the topic. So the colors that I think are important to be mindful of would be pink, red, and yellow. These are the top 3 colors that sell the most. They have the highest conversion rate. So you can think of a lot of brands who have their logos in these colors. But so usually if you wear those colors without any patterns, you will do well. Now, you don't have to be all in red or all in yellow. You can have, dark pants and a yellow top. But bear in mind, these colors have been the ones to sell the most, to promote the most. Packages with these colors will be the ones that will be picked off the shelf. Now, the second layer would be orange, purple, and blue, but it has to be a bright shade of purple and blue and orange, so not darker colors. This also works. These are also colors that people are drawn towards. White is a neutral color that, with white and beige, you can go monochrome, meaning all of your clothes, and even with blue, you can go head to toe with that same one color. It could work well, again, with no patterns. Now, when it comes to the military colors, and beige is included, brown, black, and green are the colors that will help you blend in. And because of that, we avoid them. These are colors that will not help you promote your brand and sell yourself effectively. So I suggest you don't go for those ones. So going back here to our profile picture, you make sure it's casual and approachable. The power poses, so I'll share with you a few ideas of power poses for men and for women, and I can run a different workshop for that. But a lot can be said about how people position themselves. How they appear in public. But you're right now, I mean, it's just the LinkedIn photo that we're interested in updating, and also maybe the CV, the resume picture, if you use one. In the US, I don't think you use one. In Europe, we do have them on the CVs. So it has to be high quality. So do take the time to invest and go to a proper photographer for this. No ties, no glasses. I think, it's important to show hands. So no hands in the pocket. We can also, for men, have the watch appearing. For women, jewelry, but not overpowering jewelry to steal the scene, because you're the main star of the show. No passport picture. Sometimes people will have those pictures where you see their faces, like it's just the face on LinkedIn. I want to see from the chest up, so we need to see the shoulders, and to have a better view from the chest up. So not just the face. No dogs, no kids, no spouse on the picture, no drinks, no unless you sell them, no picture cropping. That's it. These are the main rules for your LinkedIn picture to be conveying the right message. So the background picture is also important. Some people will use their company logo, a picture of the city that they're living in, or maybe something about the industry they belong to, a book they wrote. They put their slogan. So that's actually a pretty good way to position yourself, so people know exactly what you're about. Or they put a meaningful quote that means a lot to them, that defines their work ethics or the product that they sell. But just don't put another picture of you in the background, because you already have that in your profile picture. So use that space wisely. Some examples that I think are really cool. This is Jessalyn. So she has here her QR code for her website, the page that you need to access to book a time slot on her calendar. And this is her slogan: I'm transforming customer experience disruptions that are caused by taxes. That's me. These are my skills. And again, here is my slogan: this is what I do that is dreamy, and that I can, that's my contribution to society. She added a few emojis. Feel free to do that as well. And we have also I'll show you in a second, this section here that you can add on your LinkedIn when you're looking at resources, creator mode. I'll show you. This is also a pretty good profile that has been optimized to the fullest, where you have I'm enabling access, I'm delivering value, and removing barriers. So it takes it's pretty simple for people to relate. Okay, yeah, it's not super technical language, even though he's an engineer. This is all the skills that I have accumulated. And he's putting a few hashtags, because manufacturing, marketplaces, FMCG, these are the places he can work in. He didn't add here the talks, the creator mode, like Jessalyn had talks, but that's something that I'll show you how to add that and why to add that. That's me again. Yeah. So I have here again my headline with my skills, hard skills, and then my slogan, the slogan of my company up here. And then these are the things I like to talk about: scale ups, pitch decks, future of work, sustainability and venture building. Even though I'm not like the expert of the topic, I like to discuss that. So I put it out there on my LinkedIn. Let's just go back here. If you're on your profile, you will see that under resources, you're going to have this tab creator mode. And this allows you to put up to 5 topics of your choice. Like, for example, if you want to change here, I could be, I don't want to add this one. Let me put personal branding. This is personal growth, personal branding. So you can always switch, save it, and it goes up to your profile. Oh, try again. Discard. Never mind. But this is where it goes here. If you want to add that to your profile, these hashtags, they do matter. So let's keep going with one more thing that I wanted to add in terms of your followers. So it's important to have reached at least 500. So if you have 500 connections, 500 followers as friends on LinkedIn, this will definitely count to promote, your profile. LinkedIn will consider you a complete profile at that stage. You will benefit from being in the first page of the searches normally. I also suggest having premium. I think it does benefit you at this point if you're searching for a new job. I think it would make sense. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for being with me and for watching this talk. I do hope it was insightful, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Hi, Anna. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, I'll be here for another few minutes if there are any questions. Otherwise, you can always, this talk is going to be saved on YouTube, so you can access it there. What we will do is create a LinkedIn group where we will put a lot of resources, tips, events that we are organizing, so that you guys can go and stay up to date, informed, and connect also with each other. We can also post jobs if we have any jobs that are within our network. So you'll be invited if you want to join this group. You can reach out to me or anyone on my team to get to that list. And I think it's important to say this is one of the few workshops that we have developed on personal branding, many more to come. But if you want more personalized support, yes, do reach out if you haven't gotten yet the answers that you're seeking. So I am also reading here the comments. Thank you everyone for participating. Yeah, so we'll be posting more information in this group, the LinkedIn group that we will create for all the lives and the webinars that we will be running. I think this is it. Yeah. I'm happy to share the PowerPoints as well if you guys want to have a copy. So yeah, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And I'm wishing you a good weekend ahead. Bye, everyone.